guys, what's up? I am Jeannie Mae, and this is Mondays with Mae Bae. On this week's episode, I wanted to talk a little bit about like the it things in our life, the things that we blame, the things that hold us back from actually pursuing that relationship with God that we find an excuse for, right? I feel like a lot of the times we question God, and we question the things He does for us, and we question His plan. I know for me, the hardest thing to do is to trust in His plan and to just 100% say, okay, God, whatever your will is, let it be done, and just trust that anything He puts me through is according to His plan and that it will turn out for the greater good, you know? I have such a hard time just letting go of control and trusting God. And I was reading my devotional this morning, and it kind of set with my heart because it said, we blame it. We always have an it. We have a reason as to why we turn our back to God. We have a reason as to why our faith diminishes, because we see all of these other families that God is blessing with all of these incredible things, whether it's, you know, they're able to have children when all you want is to bear a child, or these couples you hear that live for 80 years together and they grow old and they die at like 100 when your health may not be perfect. Or you hear about this family that's so successful and they have the job that they've always wanted, they have this beautiful house, they have the kids, they have, you know, the ideal perfect family for most Americans. But then you also see the other side of that. You see families that are struggling to make ends meet. You see families that are struggling health-wise. You see people that are struggling financially. You see the good and the bad, right? Everywhere you look, you can see the good or the bad. And I always, for me, my biggest thing was when I lost my dad. He was my absolute best friend. And when I lost him, I felt like my whole world fell apart. After I lost my dad, my health got worse. I had some other stuff come up. I was going through foster care to get adopted. It was just all kinds of stuff. And I felt like it was because God was punishing me. But the reality is God chose me. I was it. It wasn't any one thing that was holding me back. I was holding myself back. I didn't realize God chose me for a greater purpose. Yes, I went through a lot of trials and tribulations. Yes, I went through way more than anyone who's 28 should probably ever live through. But I'm here today, and I'm in front of this beautiful camera talking to you guys about my life experiences, hoping and praying that I can at least bring comfort to someone else in need and that I can help you get through it too. Because I know how it feels not to have anyone there for you. I know how it feels to be told that you're not good enough on a daily basis. I know how it feels to just want to end your life and end it all. I tried. I failed. How does that feel? You even try to end your own life and you fail at that. Like, trust me, I've been exactly where you're at. I've been there. And today my life is not perfect. I still have health issues, but they're better. I still have financial hardships, but it's easier. I still have my doubts. There's still times where I'm like, God, what on earth are you doing? Why am I going through this? Come on, man. But day by day it gets better because I trust in the Lord. There's some times where I catch myself being selfish and I'm like, okay, all right, I'm sorry. Take away my selfishness, open my eyes, help me just live my life according to your plan. That's why I quit my job. That's why I walked away from a comfortable career to start my passion, to start my purpose in life. It is so terrifying just taking that leap of faith, just living your purpose. But it's even scarier when you notice everyone else around you being so blessed with gift after gift from God, whether it's, like I said, family or relationship or health or financial, whatever it may be. You see all of these blessings in the world and you're like, why can't that just happen to me? I've been there too. But I'm here to tell you If your life seems challenging, if your life seems hard, and I mean like hard, not like, man, I gotta get out of bed at 9, how am I gonna do that? Like, I mean like hard, like you've been hit with loss after loss after loss, and you've been challenged and challenged and challenged, and you're still here today. I want to tell you I'm proud of you, because I know how hard that is. And don't give up. I didn't give up, and I'm sitting here in front of you today, healthy, happy, with everything I need in life. I may not have the nicest car. I may not have the nicest house. I may not be married with a bunch of kids running around. My heart is full. My life is full. My soul is full. See, when you stop looking at what everyone else has and you focus on what God has given you, you focus on that piece of bread that He put in your hands, you start to realize that it doesn't really matter what anyone else is going through. It doesn't really matter what blessings or what circumstances anyone else is faced with. What matters is the purpose that God put in your heart. And what matters is how you live that purpose. Are you going to live your life glorifying God, or are you going to live your life running away from God? See, I was the kind of person that when I got faced with a challenge, I'd be like, what the heck, God? Why me? Why me, God? Like, seriously? Come on, I've already been through enough. Why me? And I would like get mad and toss away and just fight it. But what's the point? I've come to realize, now that I'm 28 years old as of June 1st, I've come to realize in my old age that God put me through those trials and tribulations for a reason. That through those trials, I need to learn how to glorify God. That through my failed health, I need to glorify God. That through my failed finances, my failed jobs, my failed promotions, when I thought I deserved something and I didn't receive it, instead of throwing a temper tantrum, I need to glorify God. And a lot of the times when we don't get something that we feel we're deserved, we throw a hissy fit. And I'm speaking from experience here. But I do know that God loves you. And God would not bring you to it if He couldn't bring you through it. All of those lessons, all of those hardships that you're going through in life, they're not for nothing. Yeah, someone else might seem like they have it better, but you also don't know what chapter of their life they're in. You don't know what they've gone through or what they're about to go through. All you know is your story. All you know is what you've been through. You don't know what's lying ahead. You have no idea what God has in the next chapter for you. So don't give up. I can tell you that once I allowed God to resonate in my soul and I moved forward, my life got so much better. So much better. I still stumble. I still fall. I'm not perfect. There's times I throw little hissy fits here and there. Not proud to admit it, but there's times I throw little hissy fits because little Jeannie Mae doesn't get what she wants. But then I catch myself reflecting and I'm like, okay, God, what am I missing? What do I need to learn from this? What do I need to gain from this? Am I putting too much focus on something that doesn't deserve my focus? And if so, please help me be disciplined enough to turn my focus back on you. Sometimes that's all it takes. And then God's like, oh, okay, let's fix this. Other times you might have to walk through that muddy swamp for like a month before He gives you a fresh pair of boots. But hey, only you can figure out what you need and how to get there. So that's all I got for you today. I hope that you took something away from this, and I'm going to challenge you to think about what it is that's holding you back. Whether it's yourself, whether it's a relationship, whether it's watching everyone else's blessings and feel like you are deserving of it and you just haven't received it. What is it that's holding you back from glorifying your life to God? I love you guys. I hope you have a fantastic week ahead of you. It is Monday, which means anything is possible this week. So get off your butt, get out there, and make the most of it.